Hey, what's up everybody? This is Dom, and today we are comparing the Galaxy Tab Pro 8.4 to the iPad mini with Retina Display. Both of these tablets are comparable in terms of price and specifications, but hopefully this video will help you figure out which one is best for you. So leave a thumbs up for more videos like this in the future and subscribe if you're not already, but let's see how these two tablets stack up against one another. So let's start out by taking a look at specifications. Now both of these tablets are very similar in size, but I personally think that the Tab Pro is easier to use with one hand. As far as hardware under the hood goes, there's definitely a difference between the internal components used in both tablets, but in my opinion, you're not sacrificing performance with either one. According to Samsung, the Tab Pro is actually a hair thinner than the iPad mini with Retina Display, but I couldn't see it, and either way, both of these tablets are extremely thin. As far as build quality goes, it's hard to beat the iPad mini's unibody aluminum design, but the faux leather backing on the Tab Pro 8.4 definitely adds to its premium look and feel. It doesn't feel cheap, and it's safe to say that Samsung definitely has a miniature tablet that can stand up against the competition. Next up, let's take a look at hardware. Externally, you're not going to find a huge difference between the buttons and ports on both of these tablets, but the Galaxy Tab Pro 8.4 does carry an IR blaster, which will allow you to control your TV and things like that. Other than that, we have volume rockers on both devices, a mute switch on the iPad mini, and a lock button and microphone on the Tab Pro. Coming around to the bottom side of the devices, both of them are equipped with stereo speakers, and then in the center of those speakers we have our charging ports. On the top side, we have 3.5mm headphone jacks on both devices, while the iPad mini also has a lock button and a microphone. Now, if you're the type of person that's used to having soft keys on a device, you might want to stick with the Tab Pro because it's got two of them and a home button, while the iPad mini just has a single home button in the center of its bottom bezel. Both devices have front-facing cameras, but the Tab Pro wins with its megapixels and quality. On the back side of the Tab Pro, we have an 8-megapixel shooter that's capable of recording 1080p video, while the iPad mini only has a 5-megapixel camera with 1080p video recording and a rear mic. Let's go ahead and take a look at some camera samples here. If you'd like to see the full resolution images found in this video, I'll be sure to link them down below in the description, so go ahead and check it out, but here are a couple of examples of what is possible on both devices. And then we have some video footage here from the Tab Pro 8.4, which actually looks a lot better than what came off of the iPad mini with Retina Display. Of course, that's just my opinion. Be the judge for yourself and let me know what you think in the comments section. Next up, we're taking a look at performance. We're going to benchmark these two devices and compare the results, and the first up is Antutu, and as you can see, the Tab Pro 8.4 beat out the iPad mini with Retina Display, coming in with a score of 35,203. Taking a look at Geekbench 3, as you can see, the iPad mini actually beat out the Tab Pro in the single-core section, while the Tab Pro beat the iPad mini when it came to multi-core scores. But in my opinion, you're not going to find a huge difference in performance between these two devices. You're not going to find a whole lot that will bog down either one. When it comes to gaming, browsing the web, watching movies, writing, anything you can think of, they're both going to handle it with ease, so performance is definitely not an issue in this comparison. One thing I can tell you for sure is the display panels on these devices are absolutely incredible. The iPad mini has a 7.9-inch display with a resolution of 2048 by 1536 at 326 pixels per inch, while the Galaxy Tab Pro has an 8.4-inch display with a resolution of 2560 by 1600 with 359 pixels per inch. Either way you look at it, both of these devices have gorgeous displays, but in my opinion, the Tab Pro actually has better color representation than the iPad mini. Now, while this comparison isn't a battle between iOS and Android, I'd like to take a look at a software feature that is currently available on the Tab Pro series and compare it to what is available on the iPad mini. If you haven't guessed yet, I'm talking about Magazine UX. Now, this is a new feature on the Pro series of these Samsung tablets, and it gives you some additional home screens that are powered by Flipboard. This will allow you to browse through stories based on categories that you select, and then you can tap on one to go ahead and read it, and you flip the pages just like a magazine, hence the name Magazine UX. Now, there are some other things that you can do with this. You can actually rearrange the tiles in here. You can also change the layout by using the button at the bottom, as you can see me doing right there. there. And then you also have the ability to add new home screens or select different categories to appear on the existing home screens. Now there is one additional screen that will give you the ability to quickly check your calendar, your email, open Office documents, and things like that. And again, you can rearrange these widgets, but what if I told you that you could have a very similar experience on iOS? Yeah, Magazine UX on iOS. Well, all you have to do is download Flipboard from the App Store and you're all set up and ready to go. Go ahead and launch Flipboard, sign up for an account, and here you go, we have the same thing. We can rearrange tiles, we can move stuff around, we can select custom categories, and then we can select a category and flip through pages again, just like a magazine. So you're really not missing much between the two. If you like Magazine UX and you prefer iOS, well, here is your solution. You can download Flipboard and you'll have it all just the same. So which one of these tablets is going to be the better purchase? Well, for me personally, I think it is a tie, but it's going to depend on what you're used to. If you're tied up with Apple's ecosystem and iCloud and things like that, you're definitely going to want to stick to iOS. But on the other hand, if you enjoy Android or you want to try something new or you're wrapped into a lot of Google services, the Samsung Galaxy Tab Pro 8.4 is not a bad device to look at. It is absolutely phenomenal and it's on point with everything that the iPad mini with Retina Display is all about. So which tablet do you think is the better one out of the two? Let me know down in the comments section below and leave this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also, be sure to subscribe if you're not already for more content like this in the future. Thanks again for watching, everybody. This is Dom and have a great day.